In today's video, I want to share with you guys 5 crucial mistakes that every single player should avoid in Dragonheir Silent Gods in Season 2. And welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. How I mentioned 5 crucial mistakes, and the very first one is how are we managing our wire marrow, our gems? And I'm hitting this question every single day. Skratch, what should I do with my wire marrow? Should I purchase Heliolite? Should I purchase stamina? Should I purchase scrolls? What's the best use of my gems, And hear me out. If you're free to play, don't purchase stamina, okay? Don't purchase stamina. If you're a low spender, purchase the very first refill with 60 stamina for 50 gems. Ignore the other 3 because the price doubles. So the second is 100 gems, the third 100, the fourth 200 gems. If you're a whale, you're gonna purchase whatever you want because you're not stressing so much about the gems. The reason why I'm saying it, don't burn everything in stamina is because your account gets no return. You're not getting the value that you will be getting from Heliolite dice or even from Master Scrolls. And the reason for it, at the end of the season, the gear will go, okay? So the main thing that will empower your account is having a rich roster, okay? Having a developed roster, having a lot of champions. And is another thing as well. You cannot make you can make a team of champions play decent without scrolls, but you cannot make a team without champions and with scrolls, okay? So that's why you should still prioritize Heliolite over the Master Scrolls. But I'm gonna explain you how you should kind of like address this, because I am purchasing both of them and I'm gonna share with you guys my strategy. Now, I'm purchasing the Battle Pass and I'm purchasing the 2 monthly cards right here. And with these things that I'm purchasing, I can buy 1 Heliolite dice every single day. Of course, I'm getting the wire marrow from the Vortex, from other content that I'm doing, and that adds up to approximately 350 every single day. With the Master Scrolls, guys, you have a cooldown of approximately 1 month on them, and you can purchase 10. That will cost you 4,500 wire marrow. Now, the way I'm doing this, I am purchasing 1 stamina refill every single day. Yes, early on, let's just say in the first week or 2, even as free to play, maybe it will help you a bit to boost your account and get a few extra champions done, and basically make your life easier to farm the goblin easier, farm the dungeons easier. And we're going to talk about this topic of farming in just a second. But the main priority should be Heliolite dice, because that's what really gives value to your account. Let's just say we are in Season 1 or Season 2, we're developing our accounts, and I'm trying to get more champions. Then I'm moving over to the next season, okay? Season 2. I'm gonna be able to start and do everything much easier because I have more champions and my account is better developed. And because of it, I'll be ranking better on the leaderboard for the next season. If I'm doing everything smart and I'm kind of like doing the right things in the right order rather than wasting resources and kind of like wasting them on the wrong things too, Because with the gear as well, there are quite a few things that people should avoid to do early on when you start the season. But the main thing right here, guys, don't waste them on stamina. That's the biggest mistake you can do with wire marrow. I'm usually in the first 2 months, I'm purchasing Heliolite dice. In the last 1 month, I'm trying to purchase the Master Scrolls. That will cost me 4,500 wire marrow. So that's approximately 2 weeks or so of playing the game how I play it, with the resources that I'm getting from the Battle Pass and the value packs, without putting the content creator perks in here, guys, just kind of like sharing with you guys my strategy. And then I still have a couple of weeks left to purchase more Heliolite dice and be ready for the next season, or for some other future events, because that's going to be important too. And right now you can purchase Scholar Scrolls, which we were not able to purchase in the first season. This as well will have a cooldown, how you may notice, of 1 month approximately. So yeah, just keep this in mind, It's fine to purchase scrolls too, because you will need them, especially if you're summoning some amazing legendary champion or even an epic, You're gonna have to go and get them and stop from purchasing the Heliolite, especially if you're constantly planning to purchase the scrolls. You can start by purchasing the scrolls and then move to Heliolite, so the cooldown on the scrolls resets till the end of the season, so you can purchase them again after, But definitely don't burn everything on your stamina, especially if you are free to play. Then, the next thing that I want to talk about is summons and how we are summoning and why we shouldn't just instantly burn all the Heliolite dice that we have because of events, guys. So try to always plan ahead for the future. I know you don't necessarily need to save them. It's up to you. This is up to your own discretion. But my advice to the majority of the players is don't make the mistake to go unprepared into the next season by having 0 Heliolite dice saved, because in the very first month, you will have this event starting, which right now is the Lunar Halo Radiance. Next season will be something else. And this hero is actually awesome. Most of the people will want to get her. And you should try to have 20 plus summons saved. So right now, I will need to open 40 summons for this champion. And I'm almost at 40 anyway. The main idea is that once the event starts, you will still have again 4 weeks on top of it. So basically, you have plenty of time to save a few more if you're in desperate need to get them and to get all the fragments from here. You see, I need to open 4 more, and I've got the 40 fragments. I'm not going for 60 on this event, guys, because it's just not needed for me. I don't want to get extra fragments, and you shouldn't prioritize to get extra fragments either. You should plan ahead to make sure you're kind of like spot on. This is one of the events. Maybe you are trying to open on the season 2 banner or on season 3 banner, whatever champions they're gonna be on there as well, and it's good to have some Heliolite dice saved, when you're moving into the next season. So I would suggest you for like the last month of whatever season you are in, try to save the Heliolite dice, and don't just throw them. I don't know if we have more Dungeons and Dragons collaborations, guys, which again will require us to open roughly 20 Heliolite, if we want to get a hero. And just kind of like food to thought, definitely try to don't just constantly burn them. That's mistake number 2 that a lot of people are doing. And that will basically stop you from getting a champion that could join your roster for free. Then, when you are starting the season, this will be a bit late, guys. I really wanted to do a similar video ages ago, but I just didn't have a chance. And if you started playing the game at the same time with me on the global launch, probably you're going to be like, Skratch, this is a bit late, because we are already past that stage. But basically, when you are starting the season, guys, and I'm talking about season 2, season 3, the main thing that you want to do is not go and farm dungeons, okay? Because you're going to burn a lot of stamina in dungeons, and you're barely getting any return, okay? After 4 weeks, you're going to get double drops on legendary gear. That's when you want to start to farm gear like a madman. In the meantime, the main priority for everybody should be the goblin, okay? Because this will allow you to build more teams. And hear me out, because this is going to be important for a lot of you guys that are slowly moving into season 2 or you just started the season 2. Basically, with the goblin, you're going to be able to build a lot of teams. The main team that should be your priority after the first week in the new season will be a team that defeats the goblin, because that will enable you to build other teams. And of course, you want to work on your domains, okay? Get the domains sorted because you want to prepare ahead. Farm materials to be able to move your heroes from level 90 to 100. You're going to have a few days when we don't have much stuff to do because we're waiting on the daily cap to allow us to get our heroes to rank 5. That's when you want to prepare a lot of potions and a lot of materials to enable you to rank your characters to 5 stars, So the domains and the goblin will be very important. Then, slowly, you're going to farm a bit of gear to get a couple of sets. Don't go crazy because you're wasting stamina on single drops when you can preserve that stamina for double drops and instead farm goblin and domains. You know why? Because you got to prepare teams for the world bosses. These are the creme de la creme. This is what will decide your ranking on the leaderboards at the end of the season, okay? The world bosses. So in the very first week when the lunar event starts, you're gonna have 6 different bosses, okay? And this moves me over to the next mistake. And this is something that I've personally done in the last season. I haven't gave a lot of attention to the world bosses, okay? And For the first 2 weeks, I actually kind of like ignored them. And at the end of the season, you know what happened? Not end of the season, end of event, sorry. Instead of being able to get a champion for free, as I supposed to, I ended up with 199 fragments, and I needed one more. So I had to spend $5, if I'm not mistaken, to purchase the fragments with dragon crystals instead. And that was because of my own mistake, okay? If you are prioritizing the bosses, guys, early on, you're not going to have to worry about that. And you have them from the very first week. When the event starts, you can attack 3 of them, okay? And you shouldn't just jump on them and do it in the first day. No, leave it for the last couple of days because you have the double drops on legendary gear. That's the moment when you want to start to farm legendary gear. And wait till the weekly reset, before the weekly reset to do them, to try and maximize the score because they do have a leaderboard, which eventually will give you more fragments too, right here, the leaderboard. You see, they are already people that quickly jumped to put the score in from yesterday because one of the bosses was bugged, and they thought that, okay, that's the best thing that I can do. Instead of waiting, well, you know what, in 5 days I'm gonna have a full team of legendary gears with gambler sets and inventors, etc. So I'll be doing crazy damage. No, they just went and did the keys anyway, you know. So don't do it. Just make sure you're waiting and do them before the reset every single week to maximize the damage. That will put you in a better ranking right here, and it will give you more fragments, enabling you to make this legendary event even easier. If you're only doing 11 million on each boss, you're only going to need to summon 40 Heliolite to get the legendary, not 60, which is even better because you get to save 20 for the next event, you know, or for something else, a specific banner that you might wanna summon on, you know. So it's very important to prioritize the bosses. Just look at what characters you have available. You already worked on some of the characters, right? And plan ahead. Before, in Season 1, we had no idea what to expect. Now in Season 2, I've already made guides on the bosses, kind of like talking about them, what sort of champions you should use. So you can plan ahead. Look at your roster. Okay, I have this team ready to rumble for Frost. This, you see, I already need to take a lot of these champions up to 90, but I already have quite a few of them ready to rumble. You know, like I'm sorted with 3 teams for each one of the element to get to 22 million, and that's all you need in the first week. Then for the second, you're gonna have time to get them up as well. But first, you need to farm some gear to maximize the damage because now we have double legendary drops. You know, once this event starts too. So try to make the most out of all of these guys because it will be very, very important. The way I've done it to kind of like prioritize the teams and kind of like have an idea of what to do is I went right here to the presets, okay, and I've made, look at this, Frost Team 2, Fire Team 2, Necrosis Team 2, Necrosis Team 1, Lightning Team 1, Poison Team 1, Frost Team 1. Some of them might change, of course, because maybe I summoned some new heroes, but at least it will give me an idea of, okay, I need to build these teams. I need to build these first 3 teams to start with. These are the best, the strongest teams that I have. Let me use that, you know, and then slowly develop from there. And another thing with farming the gear, guys, because if you're coming from a different game like Raid Shadow Legends or other games where you constantly need to farm gear and you're gonna have 100 gear sets for 100 different champions. In Dragonheir, you cannot do that even if you would want to. So you want to farm 5-6 different gear sets and then have these presets like I have them right here and just move those gear sets on all of your teams. That's how you should do it here. That's why wasting stamina on gear is bad and wasting your gems on it. You know, you wanna get new champions. That's how your account will become more powerful, you know. And yeah, I'm just constantly moving the same one gear set from all these 5 champions to the next team and to the next and to the next and to the next and to the next till I get bored. That's literally all that I'm doing every day, and that's how I'm able to basically advance better in the game, in my opinion, you know. Then we have the last thing that I really want to point out, guys, and that is arena, okay? And for the arena, let me just quickly go over to the arena. You have quite a few different things. Right now we have all the 3 arenas open, live arena and the tag team arena, 3v3, which I haven't done a single fight in yet. Okay, and same with live arena. But for the Grand Gladiator Arena, do not purchase anything from the shop unless you're not willing to go for the 50k points, okay? So hear me out. At the exchange shop right here, this might not be for a case for every single one of you guys there, but for a few of you, this lucky playing cards artifact is actually an awesome one and is the best chance for a free-to-play player to get it, okay? To get a legendary artifact. This costs you 50k medals, gladiator seals. This reset at the end of the season. Now, I'm only at roughly 14,000. I still have a long way to go. And this shows me that I've been slacking daily with my arena. I'm not purchasing tickets with gems, but seems like I have to do it. So this is subjective for a lot of you guys out there. Are you willing to do a lot of fights daily to get to 50k? If yes, do not purchase anything with these gladiator seals from here. Nothing. I'm not purchasing anything with them, okay? I'm just constantly grinding them to be able to get to 50k because last season I've been slacking. Instead, go and do 3v3 arena, go and do live arena, and with the 3v3 arena, guys, you're gonna be able to purchase Heliolite dice and other goodies based on your tier. And some of you might be discouraged and say, Skratch, I'm never going to get into Silver Lion in Grand Gladiator Arena. That's what I thought last season too. If you are picking your fights and if you are constantly dedicating your time to it, especially towards the end of the season where a lot of the bigger players are higher and higher, it will be easier to get into silver. And you're going to be able to purchase this. Trust me when I'm telling you that. So I just wanted to share this with you as well, guys. Don't waste them on different things if you want to get the legendary artifact. If you don't want to get the legendary artifact, up to you, do whatever you want with them, you know, but just kind of like wanted to share all these tips with you guys because I feel like I've learned from my own mistakes, you know, and I kind of like wanted to share them with you as well because, hey, at the end of the day, they will improve a bit your experience, your gameplay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What other mistakes are you trying to avoid? What other mistakes you made in the last season, you know? I'm very curious to hear your mistakes as well, guys. Much love. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.